Taylor Vitany, and thank you so much for tuning into another episode of The Living Show, Living in Shelby Township. I'm here at the Senior Center with Margaret. Margaret, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, and Margaret is actually the events coordinator here at the Senior Center, and there is quite an event happening here today. I see a lot happening. It's a senior brunch. Why don't you tell us about the day and what's going to be happening today?
Sure. Today is our Spring in Bloom brunch, and we have Matthew Ball. He's a jazz pianist who will be performing for the seniors as they're eating their lunch or their breakfast. We have your standard brunch fare with eggs and potatoes and sausage, bacon,
Nice.
you know, the special treats.
Right,
and,
yeah.
And then we have 5 sponsors who have graciously stepped to the plate and sponsored for us. We have Oakley of Macomb, Comfort Keepers. I made a list. Oak Street Health, Sullivan Funeral Home in Town Village of Sterling Heights. So
That's really cool.
Yeah, we're very happy to have all of them here as sponsors.
Yes, and I see there is a ton of attendees here for this event.
Yes,
so
we have.
Is this like a normal regular event, or is this kind of just a one and done? How does this work?
Normally we try to do brunch once a year in the spring. And we have about 120 seniors here today.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's
it's
very
fun.
cool.
Yeah, we try and change it up a little.
Awesome. Do they have to, I mean, is there like a registry process to know how much food you need to bring in? How does that work?
Yes, we have them by ticket so that we know how much food to order and know how many tables to set up, what have you. So yes.
So if someone's watching this now and didn't get a chance to get a ticket this year, how do they go about maybe for next year preparing to buy one of those?
Right. So we have a new newsletter that comes out every 2 months that has all of our events in it. So you just need to watch the newsletter for the event and when the registration is. But aside from our brunch, we always have a luncheon. So every month we have a different theme and a different party that happens.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for talking with us about the event today. We can't wait to walk around and see what these seniors are up to. Thank you, Margaret.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming.
So I'm walking around here and I see one of my favorite ladies here. Laura, how are you doing?
I'm just fine. What about yourself?
I'm doing well. So I know that I see you a lot here at these events here at the Senior Center, but I want you to talk to me about this event specifically. What do you like about it?
This is our spring brunch, and this just breaks up everything from winter. Everybody comes out, everybody has a great time. We have great sponsors that help us keep these events going.
That is awesome.
It is fantastic. And instead of having a lunch, we're going to have a brunch today. So it's a lot.
I see that. There's a lot of really good food up there. Is that one of your favorite parts of the day?
One of my favorite parts. Since I didn't have breakfast, yes, it is.
Yes, I imagine, right? Well, thank you, Laura. I really appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you. It's good seeing you guys again.
Good to see you too. Perfect. And this is Diane. Diane, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
Now, it's this is what I've been told, is that you are the decorator of this thing. Is that correct?
Right. Well, with me and my group, we're the decorators.
You guys are the decorators. What goes into decorating something like this?
A lot of cutting, gluing, and planning.
Is that your favorite part of the event, just being able to decorate the place, make it look all nice?
Yeah, that is. That's what we do every month.
Did you guys get some food?
Not yet.
Not yet? Are you looking forward to it? It smells real good.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
You guys are close to the food table, too, so I'm sure it's
we'll
like...
probably be the last ones.
Well, I hope that you guys have a great time, and thanks so much for talking with us, Diane.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. William, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for asking.
It's so great to see you again. So I see that you're here at the brunch. How was your day so far?
As soon as I walk in here, it's a great day. Smiling people, wonderful, loving people. I love it.
Yes. And honestly, it's beautiful here. The decorations are great. Food looks and smells great. What's your favorite part about today's event?
Well, I'm a musician and I'm in the choir, senior choir, so I love the piano player. I never heard him before, so that's my favorite probably.
That's so great that you're here and everybody's being so supportive. And honestly, I wish that I could be part of this now. I'm not gonna lie, these people are incredible. Thank you so much for talking with us. Everybody's here just so nice, and we just love events like this. So thank you so much for talking with us about it.
And I'm 55 now, so when you get to 50, come see me and I'll get you in.
Oh, I 100% will take you up on that.
As a kid, it's a pretty big deal when you reach double digits. And there's other milestones, like 18, 21, and 50. But an even more accomplished milestone is to make it to triple digits. Rita Helen Stager was born on December 13th, 1922 in Detroit. And yes, that makes her 100. After graduating high school, she met her future husband, Mike Mikel, while working at the National Bank of Detroit. In 1943, Mike was called away to the Navy for World War II. Returning in 1946, it took only a month for Rita and Mike to get married. Then Mike and Rita had two wonderful sons, Mark and Dave. Finally, they moved to Shelby Township in 1962. Since 1978, Rita has been a bit of a bookworm, reading and logging over 2,360 books.
In 1978, I retired from the Utica schools. I was a secretary. Start reading again. One day, I don't know, there was some book I heard about, and I just really got into it. But I decided not to read fiction anymore. I thought fiction is about made-up stories, and I decided. And so I read this one book. I can't remember what it was. I could look it up. And it was a true story, and it was just wonderful. And so I stuck to nonfiction. And I've read, well, I'm not sure offhand now, but I think it's around 3,500 books or more since '78. And I love reading. I just finished an excellent book, an absolutely excellent book, a Civil War book. I usually am never without a book, but I think you learn a lot from books too. Nobody else in my family, well, my sons are great readers though too, but in my own family, with my parents and everything, I don't remember of anybody, I don't really remember of having any books around, but I don't know where I got it, but I just love to read.
Rita celebrates her 100th birthday at the new Shelby Township Library with all of her friends and family.
Well, I think it's absolutely wonderful. I never expected anything like this. It's fabulous. Really. I thought I was just going to go into a room with a table and a few chairs with people around and have a cup of coffee, and that would pretty much be it. This is fabulous.
Shelby Township Supervisor Rick Stathakis, Treasurer Jim Carabelli, and Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle were in attendance to give certificates of recognition and other gifts.
Wasn't that marvelous? I can't believe it. And I really will get used to that blanket, because I often sit at night watching TV, and even though it's warm in the house, I cover my legs, And I think it was just wonderful that they came. I've met them both in the past, but a long time ago, many years ago. In fact, I told Mark Hackle I remember his dad. Okay. Living in Shelby Township, I'm Andrew Shelsky.
It's that time of year again, and even though Mother Nature didn't exactly cooperate, volunteers came out to clean up the township.
So Cleanup Day is the annual day that we invite citizens and groups of in the community to help clean up the roads and make Shelby Township cleaner and greener.
The Shelby Township Beautification Committee has hosted this annual event for decades as hundreds of volunteers answer the call while not letting a little rain put a damper on this great day.
So today's weather is not optimal for Cleanup Day. It's a little on the rainy side, but the weather guides I think are going to be in our favor. The rain's going to stop at 9 o'clock, between 9 and 1 o'clock, so people can clean the roads and then come back to eat pizza.
With optimism like that, it's guaranteed to be a great day.
It's an important day to make Shelby Township cleaner and greener. Throughout the winter, there's a lot of debris, cigarette butts and paper and fast food wrappers, water bottles, everything gets on the roads, and it just makes the roads look not so clean, and we want it to have a cleaner appearance.
It looks like it.
And with that, let's hit the roads.
We're really proud of being involved in the community and wanted to look as best as possible. It's really important because it draws everybody together, because it's great when you're driving around on days like this, you see all the trash that all the groups have picked up, so it really brings everybody together and keeps our community looking great.
We're beautifying the township, cleaning up the trash, and we adopted Hayes Road for about 10 years now. Board of Trustees and my family's been here every year. Well, it's our community, and people judge us for what they see. Somebody drives one of the main roads here, they'll see all that garbage, they said, this township is trash. We have to beautify it. We have to clean it up.
Well, with all the other trustees, we're just kind of cleaning up like the rest of the township, and it is just a terrible day. Raining, everybody's wet, but you know, everybody's out here anyway cleaning up, and that's just the way we operate here in Shelby Township. So I'm pretty proud of what I see. I've been up and down the streets, and people are just cleaning up, and it's too bad we need to clean up, but you know what? It's getting done. Even on a rainy day, I think it's great.
In addition to the volunteers cleaning up the roads, another environmentally friendly event was taking place at Riverbends Park. The Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day is one of Shelby Township's most popular and civic-minded events. Residents came out in droves to dispose of hard-to-get-rid-of items for safe, environmentally friendly disposal.
It's good to leave your trunk open, though.
And while residents took the opportunity to rid their homes of hazardous waste, volunteers continued to rid our roadways of trash.
We are picking up all the trash to help clean up the streets and help keep the world cleaner.
Why is it important for your troop to come out here and do this?
If we don't do it, no one else will, and it really harms the environment to leave all the trash out here.
So what are you noticing on the roads today?
So a lot of like alcohol and like things. You can tell people want to get rid of all their stuff that they don't want to throw out. So it's like a bunch of like just trash that people don't want to have other people see that they have. I feel like they're throwing it out of their car windows and stuff, which is what it seems like.
The traditions of Cleanup Day and hazardous household waste collection are a true testament to a community that rallies for the environment. Thank you to all the volunteers that came out to help keep Shelby Township clean and green. For Living, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
We're having our Great Gatsby Gala tonight. It's the second time that we've had this event. The first time was in 2015. And we have the galas to use as a fundraiser. We are a nonprofit, and so when we have to do upgrades or large building maintenance projects, we usually need to have an event like this to raise the funds. So tonight we're raising funds to replace a building that was torn down in 1961. It's a maintenance garage, and it was located out by the water tower. And so we're excited about replacing that building. And of course, being a historical property, we need to reproduce the building to look exactly like and be in the same footprint that it originally was. So tonight we've got numerous things going on. First of all, because our property was developed in the 1920s, we've got the theme and the character already built into the place. So the Packard Proving Grounds is a great property. If you haven't been out here before, come out to one of our events. We normally have farmers markets from May till October. We have car shows during the summer, During the Christmas holiday, we have a lot of crafter fairs and marketplaces there. And of course, our mainstay is doing weddings. And so the building that we're in here tonight is actually our event center. It's called the Repair Garage because that's what it originally was used as. We have about 20 historical vehicles that are stored in a second building. And as far as the people that we have here, we have a great group of people. Marcy Fitch is here. She handles the volunteers, coordinates the events themselves as far as timing and recruiting. Lori Litz, who does a lot of our social media marketing and Facebook advertisement, and also oversees the gift shop. And so she's helped elevate that to a new level too.
I've been with Packard Proving Grounds just under a year. So one of my first events was planning the Great Gatsby Gala. And what a privilege it's been. The support we received from the community for our sponsorships and our raffle items and our ads. And so I just want to give a big thank you to the Shelby Township community for supporting this fantastic event. It's really the perfect venue, right, for this type of gala. What we learned was, oh my goodness, it's spring break and people are traveling. And so we were a little worried at first, but again, the community came together and we're sold out. What's really fun is just seeing everyone dressed back in the era. It's like you're going back in time. And so this will be our signature event moving forward. We have Ruth Raj, Fox 2 News anchor as our MC, the great Noah Jackson live band. We have JD Entertainment, Miss Mixology, Twigs and Branches has donated all the centerpieces and all this beautiful decor, along with a number of other sponsors. So a huge thank you to all of our sponsors and the donors.
So to learn more about the Packard Proving Grounds, you want to visit our website, which is www.packardprovinggrounds.org. And if you go onto the site, we're really proud of the website that we have because you'll see that it does an overview of the property and it all brings it into this 1920 themes, which is really cool. But then you'll see the pages for planning a wedding. And not only weddings, we do life celebrations here. People have graduations and significant birthdays and wedding anniversaries. So whenever we're here supporting the Packard Proving Grounds, it's usually a very happy event. We have a great time. We have a great staff of people that are fun to work with.
So today what we're doing is we're starting the growing season for the Teaching and Learning Gardens here at Shelby. And what we're doing is we're just cleaning up the grass, cleaning up the plants, the grounds, cleaning up any debris from the winter, preparing the plants for growing. The cleaning happens throughout the season, but this is our first major cleanup. And then throughout the year, the growing season, we'll just do some maintenance. The creator and developer of the Teaching and Learning Gardens here, Diane Grantham, she was the impetus behind the creation of the gardens. She is a master gardener herself, and she worked with the director of the Nature Center to develop the plan for the garden, and then she was the one who gathered the master gardeners that she knew to help create the garden. And this Teaching and Learning Garden is an MSU activity that extension gardeners can come and volunteer on a regular basis or whenever they have time, and they use those volunteer hours to continue their certification for Master Gardener. Anybody can volunteer. We love having our community members out here to help us. We have a few out here already today, and we're more than willing to accept their help and maybe give them some learning experience. It's open to the community. It is an activity for Master Gardeners to get volunteer hours. There are specific days that we work. We work every Thursday from 9:30 to 12:30, and then every first and third Saturday from 9:30 to 12:30. They can contact the Nature Center and they can get them in touch with me, or they can go on the Michigan State University Extension website and they can get all the information they'd like if they're interested in becoming an Extension Master Gardener or any of the other programs that MSU has to offer.
This week, the Shelby Township Senior Center hosted a very special event. A docent from the Detroit Institute of Arts came to Shelby Township to give a presentation designed by the DIA.
It becomes more of interest. It may not be your favorite, but you'll at least have an appreciation for it and can see into it more than you might have seen before.
This presentation is designed by the Detroit Institute of Arts. The presentation was called Behind the Scene, and the theme was In the Garden. The presentation featured several artworks throughout history that revolved around the theme of gardens, plants, and nature, and it took time to contextualize the artworks within their time and even explored various hidden meanings behind some of the imagery.
Basically her marriage to the, in this close-up.
Guests were welcome to ask questions and share their own interpretations, which led to some pretty interesting discussions. We then spoke with the person who led the presentation.
The Detroit Institute of Arts does presentation behind the scenes of many subjects about the art collection that we have at the Detroit Institute of Art. We go out into the community and share artwork with the community, and we also invite the community out of the three-county area for Macomb, Oakland, and Wayne County to come to the DIA for group tours of our collection at the DIA. So I recommend you come down, see us.
Stay tuned for more events at the Shelby Township Senior Center by following us on social media or visiting the website. From Shelby Township, this is Taylor Sikorsky.